Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the next video of this series. We're now going to be going on to World 2. We did cover World 1 in the last video. If you guys did not see that yet, I will keep a link in the description. That video also covers an introduction to this game and speedrunning, what to use for practice, the mechanics of the game, and things like that. So if you haven't seen that yet, please, I would recommend checking that out. But yeah, let's move on to World 2. Okay, so at this point you should be at firepower, as long as you didn't take damage or anything like that. So we'll just kind of go off of that and we'll do this next level as firepower. So I'll do this level from start to finish to show you guys what we're going to be covering. Alright, so that is the first level. Alright, so we'll break this down here. So in the beginning, you pretty much just want to hold B and right away, because you want to use this ground to build your P speed in the beginning. And you're not going to be able to clear this wall here. You're going to have to run up against it to build the rest of your P speed. So that's kind of why in the end of it, I kind of run all the way to the end and then I do a jump right when I touch the wall. So as you can see, I built my P speed. And then you want to land about here right before that enemy here. You want to land about right here, and you want to do another jump. You want to jump over all these guys, and then you want to land about right here. So these are the positions that's the positioning that I use, is jumping here and then jumping here. Don't have to worry about the guys at all. And then there's an alternative for this part. Typically, what people can do is jump on the second guy here, so do kind of like a medium jump. It's all about timing that jump, but once you do a medium jump, you can jump off of that guy, and you want to land to the right of this block here. This is just a normal block. You want to land about to the right of it, around here. So when I do a jump here, I kind of hold A a little bit. So you can kind of land. You can either land on top, or I would recommend just to the right of the block. And you want to jump over this guy. You don't want to do a full jump here. You just want to do a small jump over this guy here. Once you do a small jump, then you just do a full jump again. So do a small jump over him, and then in between this guy over here, and then the guy to the left. So you just want to do a full jump, and you want to land on this block here. You can land. If you want to do a full jump, you can. So you can jump here, and I do like a quick turn back, and then right when I land, I hold A. So right when I land on this, I hold A, and that gives me a boost. So do a small jump, a big jump, and then hold A. And I typically land on the Goomba. So small jump, big jump, hold A, and then you're up top here. And then you can kind of just do this level normally. And then this is a visual cue that I use, is right about here, kind of in the middle. You want to do a full jump. That's my visual cue of what I use. You do kind of a full jump right about here, and that'll clear everything. So you can do a full jump, then jump again, and then you're at the end of the level. Now there is an alternative for the beginning of this here. What I like to do is when I land on this platform, I do a small jump, and then I don't even hold A, and the enemies just line up. So you can do a small jump here, and then just hold B and right, and at the third, and of course if you're just holding right the entire time, you're not going to clear this block. So at the end, or the third enemy, I just hold A just a tiny bit, just to clear that block. Alright, so that is level 1. So now we'll go up to level 2 here. Now there's a couple ways to do this level. One way is I'll show you what I do in my runs now, but there is an easier strat that we'll go over. Alright, and then once I get to this corner here, I hold down, and then I use the slide just for momentum. And some people don't know this, but you can hold down the entire time even through your jump. So jump, and then hold right, and then jump again. And you want to jump pretty much when you land to keep your speed. So I'm just kind of jumping as I land, and then you gotta have to kind of time your jumps here. This is one of those moments where you just have to time your jumps. I'm gonna show you the easier strat for this. And this is what I used in the beginning when I first started speedrunning. So at the end of here, instead of holding down, I used to just do a full jump. And then I just do like a quick turn back jump. So I do like a full jump, and then I jump again. It's kind of hard. You don't want to run into this block here, because first off you'll spawn a leaf, and then this will also push you back. So do a full jump, and then what I do is I do kind of like a turn back jump. Now here, you can just jump right when you land to keep your speed. Another thing you can do is when you land on this, to keep your speed. Otherwise, what you can do is you can just keep running up, and then right when you get to this hill here, you can kind of run down it and then jump again, and then that'll kind of rebuild your P speed. So that's another easier strat that you can do. So running, and then right when you get to the hill, you jump. And then, like I said, this is kind of just one of those things where you kind of have to time your jumps. And then time your jumps. And then once you get to here, you kind of have to turn back a little bit. I do a full jump, and then I kind of turn back. Sometimes you don't clear it. So here I do a full jump, and then I hold left and then right, just to kind of land on him. And I kind of delay the bounce so he's closer to this wall here. So, and I'm holding A basically the entire time at the end of that level. So that level's a little tricky, but there's a couple options for you on how to complete it. So, all right, so that is 2-2. Now we're gonna go to the fortress. So at this point, you're gonna have a star in your inventory. So there is a way to build P speed early, but as a beginner, I would recommend using the star. So I'll show you what that looks like. So as you can see, I'm just kind of running through, and I still have my P speed, so I can complete this level all the way through as pretty much the fastest way possible. And we're doing jumps here that we'll go over in a second. Now this is actually the first boom boom that you fight in the game, in the speedrun, So to break that down, we'll kind of go back and do that all again. So if you're using the star, you're just kind of running through. There's not much to talk about here, just time your jumps, get a feel for it. Now to keep your P speed after this pipe transition, it's important to kind of jump without turning back or anything like that. You kind of want to jump right into the pipe. And then to maintain it after you exit the pipe is to jump pretty much first frame possible. So jump, and then I usually land like right in the center here, so it's not a big jump. But then if I keep my P speed, I can pretty much clear it all the way up to this platform here. So I can do a small jump, and then another jump right as I land. So small jump, then a big jump. And that'll help you maintain your P speed. All right, now for this room, you don't want to move. You don't want to go anywhere. You want to wait for these platforms to get out of your way. And then you can run through. So just wait a second. Wait for it, and I say right when it gets about to the top, I would say. It's a timing thing, but basically when the spikes reach like level to Mario's head, I would say, is when you can start running through. So wait for it, and then you're gonna jump over all these spikes, and then you're gonna go through the door here, and then this is the first boom boom that you're gonna fight. So now we're going to be moving on to the third level. So this is World 2, Level 3. Easy jumps. And that's it. So what I do in the beginning is I run on here, just on the bottom, and then I jump on this platform, and then I do a full jump up to this platform here. And then at the end of this platform, you can jump down here, and then just run on the third one. So it's kind of, you kind of have to memorize it, but it'll look like this. So full jump, and then a small jump on the third, and then you want to jump on this platform and then just do a full jump. So at this point, do a full jump, you bounce off that guy, and you pretty much do. So when you do a full jump here, I'm not doing a full jump after that. I'm pretty much just landing on the top of this pyramid. So here on top of the pyramid, and then after this second pyramid, I'm just doing a kind of a medium jump, and I'm landing on either this guy or this guy. And if you don't time your jump right, and let's say you don't land on here, and if you just run all the way from the bottom, you can still do a boost jump off of the guy who's sitting right here. So you can just jump like that, and that'll allow you to jump on the top of this platform here. But if you time your jump right, you're pretty much just doing a medium jump, and then you're holding A. Then you'll get up to this point. Now for this part, some people, and for this part, you don't want to just hold right, because sometimes the positioning of the Koopa, depending on when you get to this point, they'll be shifted all the way to the left, but that'll leave an opening to the right side. So if you do hold right, you might you might squeeze into that little gap, and then you'll take damage. So what I do is I hold left right when I jump off, and then I just jump back up. And I use like a visual cue to know when I jump down. So right when the Koopa is about to hit the last block before getting to the final row, right here, I jump over him. So right when the shell hits the last block, I jump over. You can do a duck jump to make it a little bit easier. And I just hold straight down. So last block, so right before last block, jump down, duck jump, and then just hold straight down. All right, now I don't know what you would call this level. I think it's just known as the sun level, but the best way to complete this level is just run your way through. So there's not gonna be too much to talk about. The only thing I do want to talk about is this jump here, so you don't get sucked into the tornado. And then I do these jumps at the end of the row of blocks. That lines up the Koopa bounces pretty easily. So we'll kind of go back and do that again. So what I do is I use this visual cue right here, these 3 humps here. That's usually my indicator of when to jump. So I usually jump right there. And then on the second row of these blocks, at the very end, I just hold A to jump, to do a full jump. Then I do a full jump again, right away. It just lines everything perfectly. I never have to worry about the sun. On the second Koopa, I usually just do a small jump, and then so a big jump, another big jump, and then yeah, you just do everything through. You make sure you avoid the sun, and you're at the end of the level. So yeah, there's not much to talk about for that one, but all right, now in this case, you can do either 2-4 or 2-5. But as a beginner, I would recommend doing 2-5. 2-5 is a little bit easier, and I think it's faster too. I'm actually not too sure. I think if you do both optimally, they're about the same speed, but this is easier and I think a bit faster, if not the same. So 2-5. Not too much to talk about. Just avoiding that chain chomp there. And then I use these platforms to build my P-speed. Alright, so right away I jump off of this block in front of me, and I use it to kind of avoid the chain chomp. Sometimes, depending on how he moves in the beginning, you kind of have to do something different to avoid him, but once you get to here, I kind of just jump over everything. Then once you get to here, I kind of do a jump and I land on this platform here. And this is where you're going to be starting up your P-speed. So you do a jump here, and a jump here. And then what I do is I run off this platform, and I do a full jump here, as you can see, and then I do a full jump off of this platform here. So it'll look kind of like this. Full jump, and then you're at the end of the level. So the level's not too difficult. Alright, now the pyramid level. This one's a little bit tricky, but it's not hard. So once you enter the pyramid, you're going to do a quick jump, and you're going to re-grab him to break this wall up in front here. Now for some reason, when you kick a shell, when you're really close to a wall, you don't take damage. So this is very useful to just break through these walls quicker. So when you go through here, you can kind of just, don't wait until you're at the wall and then kick, because then you'll just do that. So once you get here, you can do you can let go of B and just duck jump right under the block that you just broke. Then typically what I do is right when I do that and I hold down, I also do a quick jump to break the second block that's right above it. Like that. Build your P speed, duck jump, jump again. Alright, now we're up to this point. Now what you want to do is you want to land on him and then kick him to the left. And make sure you have the block in view before you get there, because if you don't, he's just going to bounce off of him and he's not going to break it. You want to make sure that block is in view when the shell touches it so it breaks. So you want to just do a jump and then a duck jump. So it'll look like this. Jump, duck jump. Now once you're past that part, you can rebuild your P speed, and right before this guy, you can just go ahead and just do a jump. So run, then do a jump, then do a jump again. Like that. Jump, jump again. And you're pretty much just gonna go past these first two guys here, and then you're gonna kind of do a duck jump thing here, where you just kind of dodge all three beetles. So once you avoid all these guys, you're just gonna do a jump here, and that third beetle shell, he's gonna break this block underneath so you can get through. And this part's a little tricky, but once you understand it, it's pretty easy. And then that's the end of the level. Alright, and that concludes World 2. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial video. If you have any questions, comment below and let me know what they are. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching.